What's going on, everybody? Paul Ambrogio, and today I got an extra special treat for you. I've been thinking about this one for several weeks now, and we were sitting around the house this morning noticing that it's about to downpour and storm on us, and we're like, what can we go do real quick before the rain sets in? I was like, hey, let's go check out the Marsh. And my wife, Dawn, was like, what Marsh? What are you talking about? And I'm like, we drive by it all the time, and we've never pulled in here. You know, we've lived here in this area, in the Huntley Lake in the Hills, Algonquin area, for 25 plus years, and we never pulled into this driveway. I mean, we drive by it all the time, never pull in here. We're like, let's go check it out. So I pulled up some information, and I'm gonna read some stuff off to you while we go tour the facility. So this is all part of McHenry County. And one of the benefits of paying real estate taxes in McHenry County is this. We could just pull up, park the car, and go for a nature walk. So out there, I don't know if you could see it, way out there is a red light. That's where we pulled in. And that is Lakewood Avenue. To the south is Algonquin. To the north is Miller, running east-west. Again, Lakewood is to the west of us, and Frank Road is to the east, and that abuts up to the Boulder Ridge community, which is a private gated community in the area here. So we're going to take a quick walk through. So I was doing a little research like the good reporter I am for the YouTube channel, of course, strictly, was I pulled up Google, and I pulled up their Google business profile for the area here. And one of the things that caught my eye was admission. There was a little field here for admission to the facility. And I'm like, well, if this is a county funded taxpayer facility, really, would there be an entrance fee? And what shocked me was it says $160 to get in. So I said, babe, let's get in the car, we gotta check this out. $160, no way. Okay, we're here, of course not. So after a little bit more research, that's a fee to reserve one of the pavilions here. If you were to have a family function or a picnic, you can reserve that space and enjoy the grill, bring that out, like the good old days. Anybody remember Cumberland and Irving Park in the Schiller Park, City of Chicago area, right on the border, Irving and Cumberland? What were the woods there? What was that woods called there? We used to go there all the time for picnics, for corporate events, and of course, for keggers. Who remembers the keggers, right? 11 p.m. at night, midnight, way out there in the woods, having the kegger parties. The good old days. But hey, we're gonna tour this. Come on with me. Okay, the first thing we saw is a very important piece of communication. This sign here, this is the McHenry County Conservation District. I know I was struggling, the good reporter I am, in the beginning with the proper name, but it's the McHenry County Conservation District. Boy, that's a tongue twister. Don't be drinking and trying to say that. So this is protected with assistance from Land and Water Conservation Fund, USDA NPS. I have no idea what that is. We should look that up. Okay, so one of the things that I noticed right away is there's some asphalt here that leads to your normal sized bathroom, so there's no outhouse. So there's actually plumbing here, which is nice. A little information booth and some asphalt that leads to the picnic area, to the eating area, and what do I see there? It's all coming back to me. Come on, my Chicago peeps. Schiller Woods. Wasn't that the name of it? Irving and Cumberland? Schiller Park Woods or something like that? Come on, without me going to Google, comment below. What am I talking about? Irving and Cumberland. We all been there. Do you remember this? I don't know if it works. Let's go see. Come on, who remembers this at Schiller Woods? And again, I believe it was Schiller Woods. I remember going there with my dad, my grandfather, my grandmother, and we would fill up jugs of water. Anybody else do that? Put in the comments below if you have. I'd love to reconnect with everybody, and I love the history and going way back. but I don't know. I think this is for show. There's no water coming out. You got me excited, Lake in the Hills in McHenry County, and we got no water coming out. What the heck? Great news. We didn't give up. Check this out. Can you see this? I don't know if it's really because I'm pumping or if I had to turn this little mechanism here, I don't know, but we got water. I remember back in the day, it would come out down here and we'd fill up jugs of it. We would just be pumping all day long, working those biceps. And my dad and grandfather would be there filling it up. Look at that, look at that, you see it? Is that great? Free water, I love it. All right, now, what I wanted to talk a little bit about was, before the rain comes in, is this facility, or this property is on 220 acres, and you have about 3 miles plus minus of walking paths. And it looks like it all connects, right? And I'm gonna put this on the screen so you could take a look at it. But where we came in, it looks like there's a loop over here somewhere. And then it walks all the way through and we can get all the way back there. And then we have to circle back and come back. So really, it looks like you're contained in this area, but there is an exit out near Miller that points to a Lake in the Hills bike path. I don't know about that. I've never been there, not quite sure. But what worries me a little bit is I've got to walk through this nature area. There's not asphalt. So wish us luck. We're gonna go take a walk through here and see what kind of wolves and coyotes and foxes and we can find. I doubt we're gonna find any of that, but we're probably gonna see some birds and maybe some turtles. Come on, let's go. Okay, folks, you know, if you haven't been able to tell or get that feeling yet, I love what I do. I love being a full-time real estate broker, now over 34 years, covering all of Northern Illinois, from the lakefront to Rockford, from Plainfield, I was just in Bolingbrook yesterday, to Antioch. We've got you covered, right? It's just not the immediate area. That just happens to where I film some videos to gain your attraction, to get to know you and to meet you. So if you're looking to make a move, I don't know who you are. You know who I am. So it's really up to you to contact me, right? I don't know who you are. You know, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you tap on the bell so you're notified, but more importantly, reach out to me with any questions you have. Even if you're thinking about moving in 2 years or you're moving out of the area, I'd love to help you, right? So send me a text, give me a call, send me a fax, whatever you gotta do. Send the carrier pigeon. Just reach out to me, I'd love to help. All right, let's go through and walk out here before the rain hits us. The storm is moving in fast. So I was just looking at the map here, and again, it says that it's 220 acres and there's 116 acres of marsh, walking trails and all that good stuff. But earlier in the video, I believe I might have said that it was 3 miles of walking, and it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's 1.5, 1.6, actually 1.3 miles of walking trail. So, you know, if you're doing 10 miles a night, let's do the math. How many times you got to walk this whole thing? Probably about 8 times to get that 10 miles in. But let's just walk up here a little bit more. This doesn't look threatening at all. There were some plants that were drawing a lot of bees over there. This might be the wrong time to be walking the trails at the end of the summer season. But I thought we'd walk up this way. This loops around and should come out by the bathrooms, I believe. So let's walk through here. Come on, come on, come on, zoom in. All right, so, well, we go through here and make our way out, because now the cloud shifted right here, and I'm thinking we've got another 5 minutes before it downpours on us. So as we go through here, I'm gonna let my videographer do the walking and pass me up, and I'm just gonna read a little bit test my reading skills. You know, I never liked school. So here we go. So the Exner Marsh lies in a shallow glacier lake bed, now entirely underlain by organic deposits and bordered by uplands consisting of both glacier, till, and outwash deposits. There is some history on this land. I'm not going to go through and read all of it. You can go onto the website and just Google Exner Marsh. It's E-X-N-E-R Marsh. Again, E-X-N-E-R Marsh. Lake in the Hills, Illinois. You can pull up all the details. And hey, for all my Chicago peeps, if you're looking for something to do out here, yeah, you can almost say in the country, but it's not really the country. Lake in the Hills, Algonquin, Huntley, you got over 100,000 people in just those 3 towns that connect. And I always say those 3 towns, again, my personal opinion, is those 3 villages, towns make up the area, and they really kind of just commingle. What's the right word I'm looking for? They just kind of all flow together. They all have their separate beauty and history, but they all work together as one to give us just great population in the area. Okay, so we're at the other entrance to the marsh, and it did rain briefly, and it just stopped right now, but it's going to start again. But I wanted to show you this. So this is Miller Road. Again, this is to the far north end of the property. Out there is west, that's Lakewood. And then we're gonna pan around down here and show you Miller Road east. So you can see this is a whole residential neighborhood, but Miller Road is a cut-through street. It goes east and west, and it does carry a lot of traffic. And now we're gonna go through here real quick and show you my white legs again. It's getting ready to start again. So site hours are sunrise to sunset. Look at these beautiful plants, daisies, wildflowers. You got everything here. The gravel road, a sign that was interesting, no dumping. I want to see what that's about. You know, why would someone come in here and dump stuff? And why would that sign go right there? It's interesting. So you have another picnic area here, a grill, some benches, an information board, and a lot of mud. You see that? That's from our rainstorm. See, you think I was making it up, but there you go. It just poured rain here. But hey, we're taking one for the team. We got to show you the area. So over here, I don't know what that is. Observation well. So I don't know what that is. Can anybody comment? Anybody know what that is? That has to something with the nature area. I don't know what that is, but hey, so we're not going to go through there. Let's go over here. The only piece of asphalt right here in the parking lot is for the handicap spot. Well done, McHenry County. You need to have that. I'd really like to see this paved. You know, that would be nice for when it rains, not to have this gravel. I know it's, you know, an added cost, but it would be nice to see an asphalt here. Look at that over there. You see that? Look at that. A second water well where you can bring your jugs and fill up the water like the old times and not have to pay for water. Love it. We got a little bench here, our board, our device here to keep vehicles out. And I believe you cannot put your power devices on here. So your battery operated scooters and bikes, e-bikes, I believe those are not allowed on the trail. It's just a walking, hiking trail. Don't hold me to it. Check the website that I gave you earlier to see, but look at this. Okay, how come they get asphalt here, but on the Lakewood entrance, there's no asphalt in the trails? Look at this. I like this. Now, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I like the asphalt. I liked it initially, and I thought this would be a good idea, but then look what you get. If you don't maintain it, over the years, it starts to crack, and you get grass and weeds, and I'm sure they come out here once or twice a season, but that doesn't look like a trail to me. So now that I think about it, and earlier in the video, I wished for an asphalt walkway, I don't think I like it anymore. I think we need to stay with the natural trail because that's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, it goes all the way through. It's nice to have, especially, you know, for my videographer, she would prefer to have the walkway. I think I would prefer to have the nature trail. We're not going to go through anymore because this is going to take us into the woods right there. And there might be a wolf or a coyote or something there. Who knows? You know, another thought is they did have a handicap parking space on the other side, but you had to come off the gravel to get on the asphalt. And we were just talking out loud here, maybe that asphalt was there and then you can wheel off and then have this part, so at least everybody can enjoy the nature trail. Because over there, it'd really be hard for somebody on a scooter, motorized scooter for a, you know, knee replacement or something. If you're on one of those knee things or wheelchair, it'd be really hard to go on the trail. But having this here, you definitely make it accessible to everybody, and even bikers coming through. All right, peeps, we are at the end of the video. Hopefully you got some value. I know I did. I am going to be back here, but I think without my videographer, she doesn't like going into the woods, but I really want to go into those woods and walk it. So we might do another video on that. Stay tuned. But again, hey, thanks for watching. And I'm sure you can tell by now that I just love what I do. I love helping families. I love selling real estate. I love connecting with you, the other people on the people on the other side of the camera there. Make sure you subscribe below, tap on the bell so you're notified when we put new videos out there. If you're thinking about making a move, you know, I don't care if you're moving from Chicago to Arlington Heights, I can help you. I don't care if you're moving from Huntley to Buffalo Grove, I can help you. We've been doing this 34 plus minus years. Again, 1991 is when I started, and fast forward 2025, we're still here kicking. This is all I do, full-time real estate broker, and I want to get to know you. I want to help you, but with all sincerity. Reach out to me, send me an email, send me a voicemail, a text message, send me a carrier pigeon, send me a fax if you got a fax. Reach out to me. I want to connect with you. Again, I don't know who you are, but you know who I am. Comment below if you got value in the video. Until next time, over and out.